In this screencast, we're going to walk through the TPA on Google Shopping channel. You get here by clicking on Marketing, then Top Placement Ads, then TPA on Google Shopping. This same screencast is applicable for the TPA on Bing Shopping as well, because these two are very similar. They're just simply two different channels. So we're going to walk through the TPA on Google Shopping now. When you arrive here, you're going to be on the Overview page. And the overview page of TPA and Google Shopping basically just starts you off on this campaign sub-tab here. So you can see you have all these different options here. When you click on here, it defaults to the campaigns tab. And so if you scroll down, what you're going to see is all the different campaigns you have running on Google Shopping. And you'll see different various things here if you have a lot of different types of campaigns running. And what you can do just from a bird's eye view here is just compare how one campaign is performing against the next. And you do that by just looking at all the different metrics over here. So for example, percent visibility, that's the percent of people that are seeing your ad based on those that are searching for the keywords and types of products that you're running ads for. So in this example, for this particular campaign, 66% of people that are searching for the types of products and keywords that you're marketing to are seeing your particular ads. So roughly 35% are not seeing your particular product ads. They're just seeing other product ads when they search, and that's just simply because there isn't enough budget on this particular campaign to be visible to 100% of people that are searching for your types of products and keywords. And so one way to increase this percent visibility would be to increase your budget. That would allow your ads to run longer, essentially, so more people see them. So that's what this means here. And as you go through here, you can compare all the different metrics. So impressions is the number of people that saw your ad. Clicks is the number of people that clicked on it. Click-through rate is the number of people that clicked on it out of those that saw it. You have your average cost per click here. This is your total conversions. This is a strong metric because this is the total number of sales you've received. So that's important. This is your conversion rate. This is your cost per conversion here. This is the amount of money that you spent on this particular campaign. And then this is a big one here, popular with e-commerce. This is estimated revenue. This is actually pulled from the analytical e-commerce revenue tracking on your website. So it's dynamically pulled every time there's a purchase made. And so this is telling us that out of the $3,800 or so spent on the campaign ads, you've received $20,000 in sales. So strong return there. And so this is an important number to keep an eye on, obviously. And so if you wanted to dive down into this a little more on these campaigns, you could click these links here that'll take you into the settings of the campaigns, if that's of interest to you. You can also click the More Insights drop down to get additional information on this campaign, such as device types, mobile, desktop, and tablet traffic. And you can see the different types of clicks that you've received, so which parts of the ad basically people clicked on. If you wanted to compare this campaign to a different date range, you could click this plus right here, and you can compare that, one date range compared to the next here. And to select your date ranges, of course, that's up top here. You just select your date ranges up here as you're looking at these reports. This graph here on this overview page, this gives you an aggregate graph based on all of the campaigns that you have running down here. It basically aggregates all the different things such as clicks, impressions, conversions, and you can graph those. So you can visually see how you looked over time based on the date range that you picked. And if you wanted to compare, clicks against another metric such as conversions or something, you can simply click here and it would add that other line, basically plot that other line to your graph, and you could compare those things. Okay, so now that you understand how the lay of the land here looks, when you navigate through these different tabs, you'll see that's very similar now. So when I go over to ad groups, for example, from campaigns, if I scroll down, every campaign is associated to different ad groups. So for example, this campaign has 8 ad groups inside of it. This campaign has 1 ad group inside of it. So I could drill down into these 8 ad groups by clicking here, and it would take me into this campaign's ad groups, and I could analyze those. Or you can come up here and you can just click on the main ad groups tab, and then you can filter by campaigns by clicking here. So either way works. As you scroll down, same look here as the campaigns tab we just looked at, but now you're seeing everything at the ad group level. So a level deeper in terms of analyzing the data. Okay, product groups is the same sort of a setup. So is more insights. Product ads is a little bit unique, so I'm going to click on this. Product ads is a very popular report for basically everybody that's running Google Shopping ads, and let me show you why. If I minimize this chart and scroll down, the product ads is really cool because it actually has a column here that shows you your actual product ads. So you can see the product picture, the name, price, I mean basically what the ad looks like. You can see that here. And then this is really nice because it helps you see the data at a really granular level all the way down to the product level. You can see how you're performing for each of these products. So for example, you can see the total impressions you've received for each product. So how many people saw that product ad, how many people clicked that product ad. And if I fast forward over here, you can see the revenue that you've received from each of these product ads. So what this is doing is basically allowing you to see exactly how many sales you're generating for each of your product ads. This is really powerful information because you can see how much you spent versus how much you're receiving in return, and you can see your true return on investment per product. With this report, you could sort by clicking the column heading if you wanted, and sort by most sales to least or least to most. And you could start to better understand how your products are performing individually. You could start to talk to your marketing executive to analyze the data, start to turn off ads for products that are not selling very well, and start to turn up ads for products that are selling well. What you can do over time based on this data is start to optimize your campaign so that you have essentially more budget driven towards the high profitable products that drive the most sales and less towards the less profitable products. Really comes down to just doing more of what's working and less of what's not over time. And what happens is you start to see a huge return on investment via your shopping campaigns. And so this product ads report is a really powerful report that helps you understand that. Some other things that are cool here is if you see a low conversion rate like here, this is a 0.94, so it's a little under 1%. You can see these other products are performing better. And actually this column's click-through rate, so this is not the most perfect example because we'd really want to be looking at conversion rate, which is this column here. But if we do that, this is actually a perfect example right here. This is 0.58% conversion rate, which for e-commerce is not great. You want to be above 1% normally. And when you compare this against these other shopping campaigns, you can see these three here are performing really well, these particular product ads, whereas this product ad is only 0.58. And so that's a low conversion rate. Maybe there's some things you could do to increase that. It could be a price problem if you look at your competitors and kind of compare your prices. It could be that there's maybe an issue with your product page. And so to understand that, if you click this link over here, it'll take you to your actual product page, the page that people are going to when they click on these ads. And you'll want to make sure that looks good, it's laid out the right way, has the right information, there's reviews on there and everything. There could be some things you can do to optimize this product so it converts at a higher rate, which is ultimately going to drive you more sales. So there's a lot of different things you can derive from looking at this data. That's just one small example. And if you talk with your marketing executive, I'm sure you can brainstorm ways of improving your shopping campaigns overall if you're truly working together to drive the best results possible. Some other things to point out here, under more insights, you can see top search terms, so the keywords people are searching to find your product ads. You can see negative terms that have been added to the campaign. You can see top brands out of all the brands that you sell, top categories out of all the categories that you sell, and top product types of all the product types that you sell. So some good information there as well. Obviously, I'm moving pretty quick. There's a lot of information in here. We could spend days on this screencast if we wanted to. I just wanted to give you a quick high-level bird's eye view of how everything's kind of laid out so you have a better understanding there. Please talk to your marketing executive for a more in-depth walkthrough of your particular campaigns and your specific product data on your shopping campaigns. And also, if you want to watch more screencasts like this, visit help.marketing360.com where we upload those screencasts weekly. Thank you. Have a good one.